Good morning, guys. Melissa with Wild Bloom Homestead. Thanks for tuning into my channel. It is early on a Tuesday morning. I have already been out with my chickens, sat and had a cup of coffee with them. It's something I do every morning. Gave them their fresh water and their food. Checked around my garden. I had planted corn last night, and I wanted to make sure nothing went in there and dug it up, which does sometimes happen. I live in the city. I'm sure it would happen in the country too, but it happens a lot in the city, so you really have to watch your garden. And I was walking by my strawberry patch, and I thought I would take you guys along with me. I'm going to pull some strawberry leaves off, and I'm going to stick them in my dehydrator. I'm going to add that to my dehydrator playlist that I'm building within my channel. And I'm going to let you know what the benefits are, why I do it, how often I'll do it this season, and just thought I'd take you along with me. Come walk with me as I walk through my garden. Here we go. It's going to randomly select them here, and then we'll set you up so that you can watch me do this. Okay, got me a good bowlful. Rinse these all really well. This is the way I choose to do them. Everything I kind of share with you on this channel is going to be because of the way I've either investigated, I've watched other videos, I've done some research, and I've adapted my own flair to it. Obviously staying in within the safety guidelines and all of that. I made sure when I was picking the leaves to not pick any with spots or some blight or anything on them. I'll look at them again each individually as I put them on the dehydrator. And I'm just giving them a quick rinse. You guys ever seen one of these work? See, it's getting the water out. You can towel dry things and stuff. Oops. That's perfectly within the correct way of doing things, but because I have little time, most of the time, to do a lot of the things that I like to do around our homestead, I have to do these little quick tips just to get in there. So. Okay, I have got my dehydrator set up. I've got all of these stacked with the leaves. I've gone through all of them. I've kind of chopped them up a little bit, and I did notice that there was a couple with what looks to me to be leaf spot. So I just pulled those out, although I was real careful not to pick any of those while I was out there. But I did notice some of them have them, so I am going to go out there and remove those before it spreads to my other leaves. Get you in the light so that you can see. Can you see that dark? This one might be a better. See the discolorization there? You don't want to put those in the dehydrator. So we are going to take this. Each tray, I got all trays filled except for 2. It looks like I'm going to have a lot, but it won't. It will actually shrink down quite a bit. We're going to turn this on a low setting. And I'm going to check it in 4 to 5 hours and see how it's doing, and I will let you know. Okay, I've just popped down here. It is about It's been about 5 hours, and as you can tell, they are pretty crispy and dry. I am going to let them sit here and cool down a bit, and then we are going to bottle them up. And I'll tell you exactly why. Hi guys, sorry about that. I had to change jars, and my husband didn't really want to be on camera. I told you he's kind of backwards about that. But we just had a real weird incident here in our neighborhood where we had these 2 young men that were dressed in a suit and tie, and they were carrying American flags, and they were going door to door. And I didn't answer the door. I didn't recognize them. But then they went over across the street to my other neighbor, and then they went to every single house, actually. And one lady, they tried to get in her house, saying they wanted to advertise their vacuum cleaner, but they didn't have anything, and kept trying to push their way in. So my husband has just left to go find out who they are, while my other neighbor is calling the police. So pray for us, if you will. We don't know what's going on. We're trying to understand. It's scary when it's like that these days. Back to my strawberry leaves. During gardening season, when I am gardening, one of the things that happens to my body very quickly is I have really bad legs. So my feet and stuff will swell quite significantly. Not to the point that I need to go to the ER or anything, but they just swell. I just struggle with circulation. And then my fingers. Like my actual fingers have bad inflammation in them. And it gets really hard because you're constantly doing this. You know, you're digging in the dirt and whatnot. And I feel fine while I'm doing it, but like today they are really stiff, and like my whole body just feels like it's under attack. So I had thought this morning that I would get some of these tea leaves made and done and put them into my jar so that I can start sipping on it for this week and see if I can help my inflammation. But strawberry leaves. Strawberry leaves in and of themselves are very high in vitamin C. So for young moms, if you wanted to do the tea leaves and have it for, you know, cold and flu season when everyone's feeling run down, you can even dehydrate the strawberry pieces and add them to it if you would like, just for a more added strawberry flavor. They're also high in antioxidants, which help with, specifically, with breaking down the all the free radicals and stuff, I think is the terminology that all the books and stuff use, that have to do with your cardiovascular system and diabetes type 2. So it also is very good for anti-inflammatory, specifically targeted at arthritis. The reason that it is specifically is because it goes to, when you get certain types of inflammation, especially speaking of the arthritis, has to do with a lot of fluid retention building up in your body. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not recommending that you do this on any level without seeking the expertise of your chosen physician. But it does work for me. I will tell you that this is stuff that I have come to become very fond of in the herbal community. I am a Christian woman. I do believe God gave us this stuff for a purpose, to heal our bodies in a very fallen world. I'm not going to get in a debate with you about herbalism in the Christian mind. You can't sway me and tell me that I don't love Jesus, because I do. But I also believe that I put my time and attention focusing on the one who created these, not the creation. So basically this is all I do. I'm going to actually make me a cup while we're going through these now. And I'll show you that I do indeed make it from this bottle and drink it. I'll pull these leaves off this season so that I'll have at least, gosh, I think last year I had 6 jars that I kept downstairs. My husband, when he was struggling with his cardiovascular stuff with the doctor. I actually put some of this in his smoothies, and he said he did notice a difference in his overall kind of how he was feeling. He was feeling kind of real sluggish with his heart acting up. He was tired a lot. And this did help him on that way. But it really helps. I noticed the most help with my joints and things. I'm like watching, we got our dog outside trying to watch our property, and I'm kind of watching what's going on at the same time I'm doing this. We are living in very strange times. I honestly think those people that were knocking on the door realized I had a camera and took off running. Or they saw my husband had just pulled up. I just saw him. We are seriously looking into getting a different type of guard type dog. Do you guys have any suggestions? I currently have a boxer. Very good at protecting you on the home front. I bought these reusable cloth tea bags from Amazon. I'll link the description things below of what I got and what I use. I do have the metal ones. But I just take the tea leaves. I mean, my fingers are really bad. They're so stiff, it's making me miserable. It's made me miserable all day. I am filling up the bag, not tight. I would probably say if you measured this on a measuring level, therapeutic speaking, it's one good tablespoon of these leaves crushed down. But I'm gonna tie the string. Taking my steeped water. I'm taking my tea kettle. Pour my water on here, and I'm gonna let this steep about 5 minutes. But that's it, you guys. That's all there is to it. After that's done steeping, I will add honey and stuff to it. I don't do it before, because if you add your honey straight away to your tea when you freshly pour it out, to cook out all the medicinal qualities, all the good things that are inside of local honey, and I buy my honey from a local farmer, so I don't want to cook it out, and it melts just fine because this water's pretty hot. So I'm just letting it steep there, and I'm going to label my lid.